Let's stop here, Arian. I can't go on anymore.
You must try to go on, Helen. We might be near a city or a caravan route. You'll see, the gods will help us.
Water. I can't go on any longer, Arian. It would have been better if I had died in the wreck, like Menelaus and the others. Please, leave me. I can't go on any longer. Save yourself.
Helen. Helen, I beg you. You must try to go on. We'll soon be safe, I know it. Down there, it's an oasis.
Where?
I see palm trees. They're ahead of us. And where there are trees, there will be water.
Dying of thirst. Where is the oasis?
I don't know.
Oh.
It seemed to be just ahead of us, but I can't see it now. It must have been a mirage, Helen.
They're coming for me. They're coming. Save me, save me.
Helen, what is it?
Arian. What are all those flames? We must put them out. The city is burning.
Queen of Sparta, our queen.
She was your queen. But that was 10 long years ago. From now on, I want you to remember her as the living symbol of the glorious victory won by the Greek armies over the Trojans. Yes, 10 long years have gone by, Helen. The ravages of time have left no mark on your face. But you have betrayed your country and your king. Treason must be paid for, Helen. It's time for you to expiate your sins. But not with your life, no. Take her away.
She would bring us a handsome sum.
We'd better find out what the others think. A woman like that would sell for more than 100 devon on the slave market.
Even double that sum. She would fetch her weight in gold.
You think so? And him? He gives the impression of being a warrior.
He's finished. Besides, he's sleeping. One blow, and he's out of the way.
Very well, then. There's no use wasting any more time.
Helen! 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 If anything happens, run for the horses.
We can't possibly resist a prolonged siege. Are you willing to witness the destruction of our city? The sacking and pillage of our homes?
I admire your eloquence, Thebes. But I'll have no criticism of my policies, even though I allow you to speak, because we are of the same kin. I know you're a valorous general, but you resemble all my other generals. You only dream of glory and military honors.
This war will not be won if we remain entrenched in the city, but only if we anticipate and attack the enemy suddenly by surprise.
A wise leader should know when patience will serve his ends better than rashness. I have no fear of Menophis. He is too old. He will never have the force or the capacity to be able to win a war.
Listen to me, Ramesses. At this moment, you are still the ruler of Thebes. But if you do not allow me to make war according to my strategy, before long you will have lost your throne, and we will bow to Menophis.
That will do, Thebes. I have neither the time nor the patience to reason with you at this moment.
His so-called affairs of state. A marriage with a woman he does not even love, for an heir who will never reign as pharaoh from the throne of Thebes. My appeal is to you, Sesostris. Your wise and enlightened intellect can benefit the counsels of our great pharaoh.
A great pharaoh does not need advice.
You must certainly be aware of the ambition and pride of Menophis. Today he rules Lower Egypt, but tomorrow, with the fall of Thebes, he will be able to unite both kingdoms under his scepter. The weakness of Ramesses will deliver our kingdom to ruin, unless we unite at once to oppose him.
No one has the right to think of opposing the designs of our great pharaoh. And you seem to forget that he governs by the will of the god Amun, who guides and inspires every one of his thoughts and every one of his gestures.
Observe, Your Highness, the beauty of this precious gem. There is not another one like it in the entire world. A diadem like this could belong only to the future Queen of Egypt.
If it pleases you, take it.
It's magnificent. I'll wear it for you on the day of our marriage.
With your permission, Your Highness.
What is it, Sinai?
A strange woman, a foreigner, insists that she be received by you.
And who is she?
She refuses to speak to anyone but Your Highness. She maintains that she is a queen, and insists furthermore that she is none other than Helen, Queen of Sparta.
Ah, this is very amusing. I hope you received her with all the honors due her rank. Did you hear that, Nais? We should rejoice at receiving the visit of the beautiful Helen of Troy. She must be out of her mind. Go and see that she's sent away.
Wait a moment, Sinai. Why send her away? Receive her.
Well,
it may be quite amusing.
If it gives you any pleasure. Have her sent in here. I warn you, Nais. What if she does turn out to be the lovely Helen of Troy and I fall in love with her?
If it really should be Helen, do take care, Ramesses. They say that her great beauty has caused many a misfortune.
The gods be with you, Ramesses. It must seem strange that I present myself like this, but it is even stranger that I've managed to come as far as your palace.
You don't really expect me to believe your incredible story, even though your unusual beauty would be more than worthy of that of Helen of Troy.
I am Helen of Troy, the wife of the king of Sparta.
Have you forgotten, perhaps, that Helen is at Troy, and that Menelaus has kept the city under siege for many long years? Are you going to continue lying to me?
I am not lying, Ramesses. The war is finished, and Troy has been razed to the ground. We were returning to Sparta when a tempest dispersed our fleet.
It is she. It is Helen. I swear it, Your Highness, I couldn't be mistaken. I've been innumerable times to the court of Priam, and I have sold her many jewels. The ring the queen is wearing on her finger is one that I sold to her.
Are you absolutely sure?
As sure as I know that you are the pharaoh.
Your story appears to me entirely unbelievable. Would you be able to identify this man?
Yes, I think. It's Roy, the merchant.
Helen of Troy. I welcome you with all honor to my kingdom. And please forgive me for being so foolish as to doubt you.
You have already been forgiven.
All of you, leave us alone. You're all dismissed. No, not you, Sesostris. And who is this man?
It's Arion, Greek prince. He fought for years alongside my husband. I owe my life to him.
Then he has my deepest esteem.
How strange. You were sailing in the direction of Sparta, and your ship was wrecked while off the coast of Africa. Was Menelaus planning to pay us a visit here in Egypt?
No, I believe not.
Then why were you sailing along the coast of Egypt?
Menelaus never disclosed any of his plans to me.
And you, who lived and fought for so many years beside Menelaus, didn't you know of the plans made by your king?
I don't think he had any other projects than returning to Sparta.
Forgive me if these questions have tired you. I will see to it that you have a well-earned rest. The Princess Nais will arrange everything.
With pleasure. I will show you to your apartments. But then you will need some new apparel. These clothes would most certainly never do for a queen.
I am grateful to you. But first, if I may be allowed to express a wish, I would like to be accompanied to Sparta as soon as possible.
I shall anticipate your every desire, whatever the consequences may be for myself. If Menelaus were still among the living, I would envy him. Now that I've seen her beauty, I can understand why the Trojans were perennial losers in battle. Ah, you're my guest. My hospitality is also extended to you, and all my servants are here to wait upon you.
Oh, look, this is the necklace which goes so beautifully with the color of your eyes. Look, the greatness of your beauty has reached our ears from across the sea. The greatness of my beauty has brought me little but misfortune. May the gods prevent my ill luck from accompanying me to Egypt. Helen, the pharaoh is here.
No, I beg you. Please remain as you are. Leave, all of you. I see that I have arrived at the right moment. I wanted to present to you some of my most precious jewels, so that you would be able to choose the ones you prefer.
Your gracious hospitality is far more precious to me than jewels.
You confound me. Are you not Helen, the daughter of Zeus, the most beautiful woman in the world? Oh, I beg you, don't deprive me of the joy of adorning you with them myself.
Do listen to me, Ramesses.
I pray you. Speak, I will obey your every wish.
I can't permit myself to give orders to a pharaoh. I am a frail woman like so many others, and I am grateful for what you've done. Do allow me to return to Sparta as soon as possible. It is the only desire which I would ask you to fulfill.
I will fulfill your wish as I promised. But my kingdom is in great peril. I fear that the roads are insecure, and if war should break out, there is no way of knowing what will happen. It would be wiser for you to remain here for the moment. I assure you that you'll have all you could wish for to brighten your stay with us. I begin to fear that you're not at ease, that you're not content. But you will be, of that I'm certain. How dare you? Guards! Arrest this insolent slave.
Let him go at once. Adion is not a slave. He will remain at my side as he always has, as long as I wish him to. I am speaking as the Queen of Sparta, and this is not a desire. It's an order.
It will be as you wish.
Flagrant violation of our tradition, dressing a foreign woman in the robes of state reserved to the Queen of Egypt.
Perhaps our wise pharaoh seeks Helen's goodwill to have as an ally. His political acumen is the strength of Egypt.
I offer you this necklace, Helen, in homage to your beauty. The rows of gems are held together by 3 rings. The first means loyalty, the second, friendship, and the third, love. It is said that the one who wears it will be united for the rest of her life with whoever gave it to her.
This is a beautiful gift, but I couldn't accept it.
But why? Are you afraid of being compromised?
Please pardon me, but I'm unable to accept it.
I believe it's impossible for you to offer it, Ramesses. I am certain you are aware. This necklace is a part of the treasury of our country, and may therefore be worn only by the Queen of Egypt.
And what makes you think that Helen will not become our queen?
Permit me to retire to my apartments. It appears that my presence is neither appropriate nor necessary.
Certainly, if that is your wish, you're perfectly free to leave. Continue the entertainment. Have the gladiators brought in.
A beautiful golden dish donated by the pharaoh will be the prize awarded to the winner. The gladiator who will be able to throw his adversary into the pool using whatever means necessary will receive the prize offered by the pharaoh.
here, Master.
If the Spartan accepts the challenge, you know what you have to do.
Yes, Master.
Here. You're a born fighter. Is there a man among us who would match his strength against the invincible Gaor? We have heard reports that the Spartans are second to none in combat. Is this true, Arion? I'm even disposed to make a special offer as the winner's prize of something which I cherish dearly. This precious dagger, which once belonged to the Lion of Thebes.
Perhaps Arion is a Spartan who would prefer to be prudent rather than to be courageous.
You're wrong. I accept it willingly.
Very well, then. If you win, you will also receive the title of the Lion of Thebes. He was the greatest warrior our city ever had. You have run a terrible risk, Arion. Please forgive me. Here, take this. It is yours. Long live the Lion of Thebes! Long live the Lion of Thebes!
Nice. What good fortune that you and I meet here.
Do you really mean that?
Of course I do. And I very sincerely hope that there will be no ill feelings between us. Go now.
I'm ready to listen.
But nice, not as an enemy.
And what else are you to me?
I've been invited here as a guest who has found refuge from a disaster.
And then you calmly take my place as the favored one at court.
You don't understand.
Those are the plain facts. You want to reign as Queen of Thebes.
No. All that I really want is peace of mind.
I don't think you'll find any here. I swear I will see to it that your stay here becomes impossible.
If you had this power, why don't you make use of it to force me to leave the palace at once?
Then you would really go?
Yes, immediately.
That's impossible. The Pharaoh would never allow you to go away.
Helen!
Ramesses, I want to speak to you. Please have confidence in me. Nice.
Has this woman offended you?
Nais can't be blamed for defending her love for you.
And I want to free myself of her love.
Then I tell you that your behavior to her offends me beyond words.
Guards! Leave us alone. Why have I found displeasure in your eyes? Have I not tried to place at your feet all that a woman could ask for?
But I have made no demands, and I shall make none. My liberty is all I desire, and you have stolen it. Your spies watch my every step. You menace the life of Arion.
Arion, that brute whose vulgarity you should hate. Then I see I've made no mistake. You do love him.
He has my deep esteem and my respect. My heart has been sealed for a long time to other sentiments.
But you have been deprived of your crown. And I am now prepared to offer you another one. Give me a word of hope, and I will willingly give you all my love and the whole of my kingdom.
I only ask one thing of you. Your permission to leave. You have given me your promise. The gods are my witness.
Whether you wish to or not, you shall remain here. I am willing to wait.
Just a moment, Ramesses. You are playing with death. Even Ramesses' guards won't stop me.
We must try to save time. It shouldn't be so difficult for me to keep the Pharaoh at bay.
Ramesses is a tyrant. His word is law. He feels because he's a god that all is possible for him.
I know. My evil star isn't setting yet. How many have betrayed, plotted, killed for me? My beauty. How often I've had occasion to curse it. It hasn't brought me one moment's happiness.
Don't let that worry you, Helen. I remember the first time you came to Sparta as our king's young bride. I was one of your guards of honor. There were 300 of us, and we swore to protect you as the most precious gift of the gods. For you we fought for 10 long years, and wiped from the face of the earth the great city of Troy. You were in secret the pride of us all. My companions died willingly for you, and carried to their graves the image of your beauty. Helen.
Yes, Arion.
The gods are playing with our destinies. But why have they decided that I alone should be left with you? Why, Helen?
I don't know, Arion. All I know is that I am grateful to them.
I love you. Helen, I love you. What do you want?
My mistress has sent me to you.
Who is she?
You will know that when I have brought you to her.
Listen, I don't like mysteries. Now, what is this all about?
About the foreign woman.
Helen?
Yes, my mistress wants to help her. I don't know any more. Come with me. You can trust me. Come along.
Why did you have me awakened in the middle of the night?
You will soon know. Sit down here next to me.
I demand an explanation. And at once.
You're not being very kind, in spite of the fact that I've brought you here to offer you your liberty, to you and to Helen. Listen to me well. I can offer you the possibility of fleeing from here, but will Helen be willing?
She'd ask nothing better.
That's fortunate for her. Otherwise, I could even have her killed. You may have noticed that here a life has little value.
That's enough of this nonsense. Now tell me how you can help me.
There exists a secret passage that leads from the palace to beyond the city walls.
And what if it's a trap?
I won't renounce my marriage to Ramesses, and in order to regain my place at his side, Helen must disappear from Thebes.
Very well. We'll have to risk trusting you. I'll make arrangements to speak to Helen at once. When must we be ready?
I will give you just enough time to warn her. And remember this. Be here as quickly as possible. You. What are you doing here?
I will grant you your freedom, but on one condition.
I warn you, Ramesses. Thwarting my wishes can prove dangerous.
The Pharaoh of Egypt does not fear a woman's threats.
We must get away from here. Take me away.
We'll soon be far away from here. Please don't cry. His death is not worth weeping about.
Whose death are you speaking of?
Why try to deny it, Helen? I saw his body. Now Ramesses can't hurt us any longer.
Ramesses? Dead?
But weren't you with him just now?
Yes. They told me you were in his hands. That he'd have you killed unless I went to him. When I realized it was a trap, I managed to get away. But he was alive then.
It doesn't matter who killed him. Come on, let's get away from here at once.
Your dagger, where is it?
I lost it. In the apartment of Nais.
Nais?
Yes. She's the one who's helping us to escape. Come, I'll explain it to you later.
Come this way.
Don't say anything to Nais about Ramesses.
Perhaps she knows more than we do.
Shh, here she is.
At last you're here. Listen to that. Ramesses must have discovered that you fled. The palace guards will soon be after you. Follow me quickly.
All of you look for yourselves and decide to whom we must attribute this terrible crime. This is the dagger which our pharaoh gave to Arian. And the assassins are clearly the two strangers. Have all the palace gates shut at once. The guilty parties must not be allowed to flee from the curse of the god Ammon and from our justice. You come with me. I intend to have the satisfaction of capturing them myself.
Follow me. In order to reach the exit, you must watch for these signs. The head of the serpent will indicate the way you will have to follow.
Thank you, Nais. I understand.
But what happens when we get out of here? There's no need to worry. At the exit, there will be someone waiting for you with horses who will escort you as far as the caravan route.
I'll never forget what you've done for us.
This way. This is the way. Don't make a sound. Quiet. Come. Where are Helen and Arian?
I don't know. I haven't seen them. They should be at the palace.
No. They have fled. And you know it because it was you who assisted them in escaping.
No! That isn't true.
But it is. Nais, they have just killed Ramesses.
Ramesses.
Our great pharaoh has been assassinated with Arian's dagger.
That is impossible. Arian forgot his dagger here.
Well then?
It's disappeared.
Then someone must have taken it. Do you know if anyone entered here?
Yes.
Who?
Thebes. He came a few minutes after Arian left.
Thebes. Of course. Now I understand why he gave the alarm, without casting so much as a glance at the body of Ramesses.
Then you must have already known of this.
I only knew that Arian had forgotten his dagger here in your room, but I did not know who had taken it. Nais, you are now courting a horrible death. You are the only witness who is able to unmask him. He will have you killed. Come with me. I will find you a safe hiding place. I may soon have need of you.
How horrible.
We're in a trap. This way.
Stop them! Quickly! You'll pay for your cowardly crime with your own life. Take her away.
No! Arian! Arian! Help me!
Here you will remain a prisoner for the rest of your days. Spartan slave.
Silence, Thebans! Hearken to the words of Thutmose, the legitimate successor to the throne of Thebes.
Thebans! We have gathered unimpeachable evidence against the stranger who has bloodied her hands with this horrible act of murder. The assassin is Helen of Sparta. Now hear me. I, Thutmose, give you my solemn pledge that justice will be done.
Put down that sword at once, Arian. I know that neither you nor Helen has assassinated our pharaoh. And I've come here to help you.
I don't understand.
I will help you find your way out of these caverns. I will furnish you with clothing and my men will guide you. But on one condition only.
What is that?
That you proceed immediately to the encampment of Menophes. His troops are now under the orders of Menelaus.
Menelaus?
Yes, he's managed to save himself and reach the city of Sais. He has now assumed command of the army of Menophes. I see your plight. You have bravely fought and suffered for Helen, and now you'll have to renounce your love for her. You see, Arian, a great love such as yours often calls for sacrifices, and sometimes even that you renounce it. The life of Helen is entirely in your hands. I, in this moment, can do very little for her.
I understand. Let's go.
Come.
People of Thebes, the usurper Menopes is about to attack our holy city. Prepare yourselves for war. Our pharaoh, the great and invincible Thutmose, has now assumed command of our armies.
This is the plan of attack of Thutmose. Deliver it to the pharaoh, and remember that every hour you delay may be fatal for Helen.
Have no fear. I won't lose any time. But you, why are you doing all this?
Because I'm a true Theban, and I want the victor to be the man who is fighting for the just cause. The only real and legitimate pharaoh is Menopes, and I have always remained his faithful servant. Be off now. The god Amen protect you.
I hold before you the real and irrefutable proof that Helen is guilty. The dagger of Arion.
Helen of Sparta, have you anything to say in your defense?
I am innocent. But if you want me to die, I shall know how to die as a queen and as a Spartan.
Let me enter. I must enter.
Thutmose, what news do you bring?
Terrible news, Pharaoh.
Allow him to pass. Speak. The armies loyal to Menopes are in the desert preparing for an attack on the city. They're under the command of Menelaus, the king of Sparta. Menelaus? Yes. The armistice is broken, and the army commanders are clamoring for your leadership. Oh, what a moving story. You were sent here to Thebes not as the sole survivor of a shipwreck, but as a spy. Menelaus and Menopes sent you here with the precise mission of dissuading Ramesses from waging war, of seducing him, of discovering our military secrets, and finally, of assassinating him. The flight of Arion, coinciding with the murder of our pharaoh, and with the rupture of the truce, are the most conclusive proofs we could need of her guilt. I ask that you judge her in the name of the people of Thebes, and find her guilty of this murder. I also ask that Helen be put to death in the cruelest way. That she be crushed alive between the great stones, the punishment reserved for traitors and for assassins. Speak, Sesostris, in your role as high priest, and pronounce a just sentence.
I'm opposed to it.
You dare to defend this woman?
I defend the cause of justice. Neither Helen nor Arion was the assassin of Ramesses, and I have the proof. Arim, have Nais brought in.
Nais? Do you think she will have something of interest to tell us?
I do. The name of the real assassin.
I have the gravest doubts.
Speak. You need not fear. And tell us everything you know.
You traitor! Guards! It is he who was in league with Menelaus and Menopes in arranging the plot. And it is he who helped Arion get away. Arrest the traitor! Take her to the place of execution, and have the sentence carried out at once.
this moment on, I am assuming emergency powers. And I vow to you now that Ramesses' death will be avenged. I will destroy and obliterate from the face of the earth Menophis and all his allies.
We shall soon see if the Pharaoh believes all the things you have told me. This man claims to have an important message for the Pharaoh. He comes from Thebes.
Wait here.
Remember this well, that if you were lying to me, the jackals will have a royal dinner at your expense tonight.
You may enter.
The Pharaoh, Menophis.
What is it now, Menophis? I don't care to discuss our battle plans while I'm having my dinner.
Come forward now.
Who is he? What does he want?
He is a Spartan. I believe you should recognize him.
Why, the gods must be jesting with me. Arian! Come. Have a bite to eat with me. Sit down. By the omnipotent god Zeus. And who would have ever believed it?
Your Arian has just brought us a message that might have the greatest importance, and we'll decide in ample time what shall be done.
What nonsense is the old man raving about now? A messenger, you? And from where? Beyond the grave? Drink this. Drink it. And why don't you open your mouth? Have you become a mute?
Helen is alive.
She has 70 lives, that woman. Not even the black depths of the sea could finish her. And where is she?
In Thebes.
And why is she in Thebes?
After the shipwreck, we were found on the desert by a caravan train. And then the Pharaoh gave us shelter.
That's natural. Ramesses always had a weakness for beautiful women.
Ramesses is dead. 3 days ago. He was murdered.
He was murdered? And by whom?
I don't know. But Helen and I were accused of the crime. Anyway, I managed to escape. But Helen is still a prisoner.
That's no problem. We'll free her soon enough.
But we must act at once.
That's impossible.
But she may be killed at any moment. I only came here to ask you for a favor. I know that you have an army at your disposal, but we must march on Thebes immediately.
That would be sheer folly. I've drawn up my war plans, and I cannot possibly change them. Menophis is a very old and well-meaning bungler, and his generals I value even less than I do him. But I am the commander, and you'll see that all will go just as I want. Listen to me, Arian. You know that Menophis sent grain to the people of Sparta while we were engaged in combat before the walls of Troy. But it was not in order to repay a debt of gratitude that I decided to have my navy change course and come to Egypt. I can tell you this, because for so many years you were my faithful soldier. The only thing I'm interested in is the treasure of the pharaohs. And when I have finally conquered Thebes, if you will again fight at my side, it will be mere child's play to eliminate Menophis.
You speak of treasure, while Helen is in danger.
The fault is hardly mine if she has involved herself in another disaster. This is not the first one, and I don't believe it'll be the last. Am I wrong? Or has she converted the once indomitable Arian into the latest of her weak-livered paramours?
And I thought of you as my king. You wretch!
Arian! Perhaps you need time to reconsider, so I'll give you until tomorrow morning. If you refuse my offer of an alliance, Menophis will be informed by me that you've come here as a spy for the Thebans. You may go.
you kill me, Helen will be killed as well.
That's a threat that has no meaning for me, Tutmes. Where's the treasure? Tell me at once if you value your life at all. Where's the treasure?
Yes, I'll tell you. But only on one condition.
Yes, I promise you your freedom. But speak at once.
It's in there. In the sanctuary of the pharaohs. I'll take you there.
I can find my way alone.
Within another few minutes, the effect of the drug will have worn off. Start the apparatus when she becomes conscious. The Pharaoh wishes her to be fully awake during her execution. Proceed.
Helen!
Arian! Oh, Arian, I've longed for you, as the blind long for the light.
You have both made your decision.
Yes, Menophis. Helen and I thank you for your offer, but we wish to be free to wander where we want. We have decided to leave at once.
What a pity. A woman like Helen would be the most precious gem in the crown of the kingdom of Egypt. What have my counselors to say? Helen is a great queen, and she could never be anything other than a great queen.
You're wrong, Menophis. For the first time in my life, I'm doing what I really want to do. Simply being a woman. A happy one.
And I wish that with all my heart. No one could desire to revise the ending of a story that ends so well, nor would I want to either. I am much too feeble and tired to measure my strength against the Lion of Thebes.